Big changes are coming to Berkeley real estate, and this one could reshape entire neighborhoods. For over a century, most of Berkeley has been zoned for single-family homes only, but now the city has officially voted to eliminate single-family home-only zoning starting in late 2025. Duplexes, triplexes, and even small multi-family units could be built in areas that were once reserved with just home per lot. In today's video, I'm going to break down exactly what this zoning change means for your homeowners, buyers, and investors here in Berkeley. Stick around until the end because I'll share my professional opinion take on who stands to benefit the most and who needs to pay close attention before making their next move. Let's start with the basics. Over half of Berkeley's residential land has been locked into single-family zoning. That meant no matter how big a lot, you could only build one house. Critics argue this limited supply pushed prices higher and exclude many families from affordable housing options. In 2025, the City Council officially voted to eliminate single-family only zoning. That means property owners will soon be able to build duplexes, and in some cases, even 3 or 4 unit buildings, depending on lot size and city guidelines. Why the change? Two main reasons. One, affordability. Housing costs in Berkeley have skyrocketed. Opening up zoning is meant to create more supply and variety. Two, equity. Single-family zoning historically reinforced segregation and limited access for lower income and minority households. This reform is designed to make housing more inclusive. This is a huge policy shift, not just for Berkeley, but as part of a bigger trend across California. If you own a single-family home in Berkeley, you might be wondering, does this lower my property value or raise it? The answer is, it depends. On one hand, increased density could mean more construction nearby, more renters in traditionally single-family neighborhoods, and concerns about parking or neighborhood character. On the other hand, your lot just becomes more valuable to developers and investors. Instead of being limited to one home, that same lot could now support 2 or 3 units, which opens the door to higher land value. For homeowners not planning to sell, this change could also give you options. Add a duplex, create rental unit for extra income, or even build housing for extended family. Bottom line, if you own property in Berkeley, your land just got more flexible and potentially more valuable. Hey guys, I'm Daryl Hunt, your East Bay real estate advisor. I help buyers and sellers make smart decisions in the Berkeley market and beyond. If you're interested in understanding how these changes will impact your property value, affordability, or buying options, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss future videos full of local insights, strategy, and real-world advice. Now, let's talk about buyers. For years, one of the hardest parts about buying in Berkeley has been affordability. Entry-level homes often start about $1 million, and competition is fierce. With zoning reform, we'll start to see more duplexes, townhomes, and smaller units built in neighborhoods that used to be single-family only. That could mean lower price entry options for first-time buyers, or the chance to house hack by living in one unit and rent out the other. But, and this is important, these changes won't happen overnight. Construction takes time, permitting takes time, and developers will need to run the numbers to make sure building duplexes and triplexes makes financial sense in each neighborhood. So, while this could expand affordability in the long term, in short, buyers should still expect tight supply and higher prices. Thinking about relocating to the Bay Area? Well, I got just the thing for you. I'm actually taking the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research, and I have linked it down below. From top employers to the best hospitals, the top rated schools, and a boatload of other things that you need to know before you make the move. The best part of this guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard it. It's 100% free. Hope that helps. For investors, this is where things get interesting. Lots that were previously landlocked into single-family use suddenly development opportunities. That makes Berkeley more attractive for small-scale builders, investors looking for multi-family cash flow, or even homeowners thinking about future redevelopment potential. However, Berkeley is not removing all the rules. Height limits, design standards, and parking requirements will still apply. And given the city's history of neighborhood activism, you can expect debates and pushback around the new project. So while the opportunities are real, execution will require patience, deep local knowledge, and navigating city planning carefully. So, who stand to benefit most from this change? Homeowners with large lots. Your property just became more valuable and versatile. Long-term buyers. In the future, you could see more entry-level options come on the market. Investors. As small builders, this opens the door for new projects in neighborhoods where they weren't possible before. But here's my caution. This won't solve affordability overnight. Berkeley is still an expensive, highly desirable city with limited land. These reforms will help. They won't suddenly make homes cheap. The biggest shift may actually be in mindset. Neighborhoods that were once exclusively single-family homes will start look and feel more mixed, more diverse, more dynamic. So there you have it. Berkeley's decision to end single-family zoning is one of the most important housing reforms in decades. Whether you're a homeowner, a buyer, or an investor, this is something you need to understand when planning your next move. If you're curious about how this might affect your property's value, or if you're wondering how to position yourself as a buyer or investor in this changing landscape, let's talk. I'll be happy to walk you through your option. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more East Bay housing insight, and drop a comment below with your thought on how this zoning change do you think is good for Berkeley or not. I'd love to hear your perspective. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.